Hey everyone, I'm Heather from Heal with Heather Kristen with your April horoscope readings. I am going to be using the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell, as well as my own deck in app form, the Sparkle and Shine Oracle deck. Let's get started. Hey Libra, and happy April. Okay, let's get started right away with your cards. Your first card is Earth Pulsing. Okay, I'm going to read these. Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time and nature. Next card, Inner Earth. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. And the last card, the Seven Star Sisters. Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expressions. Now, the first message I got was creation, okay? There is something for you to really create this month. Could be any number of things. It's whatever you're inspired to do. But the point is you need to find inspiration. And that inspiration is going to come from slowing down and spending time in nature, okay? There is your core, your energetic core is really craving some connection to the earth, okay? There is like a deep longing within your core, within your heart, within your energetic being to connect with nature for some reason. I think it's going to be different for a lot of you, so I'm not going to go into that. But I just feel this deep longing coming from your solar plexus chakra that is yearning to be in nature for some reason. Now, a lot of you may not feel this because you've kind of shut things off or you're distracted. But spend time in nature anyway, okay? Whether you go out for a hike, whether you're, exercising, whether you're sitting out in the yard meditating, whether you're having a drink on your patio, I don't think it really matters. Just being outside. There is something about the energetic resonance that is going to give your soul a spark, and it's going to be the needed oomph for you to create what you are needing to create this month, okay? And I'm not going to get too specific because it's going to be different for so many people. But the point is just get outside. Creation is going to come from any number of places, ideas for something. And, since each of you are going to be creating something unique or something particularly, specifically you. I'm sorry. You are going to get your inspiration from very different places. It could come from a dream. It could come from something outside. Just being outside could spark a memory and you're like, oh, wait, I have an idea for something, okay? It's going to be very, it feels like it's going to be very ethereal, lucid, not necessarily like firm and solid, very kind of dreamlike, okay? I can't really put my finger on the best word, but take your time. Make sure you're slowing down. Make sure that you were really enveloping yourself in the world around you. That's why I say get outside, because you really need to take a moment from things like social media, TV, your computer, work, everything like that. If you have to work a 9-to-5 job, then maybe go for a walk on your lunch break or eat your lunch outside or something like that. exercise outside if you can this month, because there's so much energy. You need that energy to connect with some ideas. Now, these creative projects could necessarily, maybe they're not necessarily like creating something solid. It could be creating something within you. Maybe you decide to create an idea to manifest something. You want something new. Maybe you want to learn about something. Okay, so when I say create, I'm not just speaking specifically about creating something solid, like art or a project or a new business, a romance. That's not necessarily the full scope of what can be created. So that's why I'm saying all of you are going to be doing something that's uniquely you, but it doesn't have to fit inside a certain box of, what we would necessarily classify as creating something. Okay, maybe you're going to create a new life for yourself, and that inspiration comes through a walk, and you see a house and you love it, and you're like, oh, okay, I want this house. So how do I get this house? Or maybe not how, but I want this house. So what kind of life do I want to create for myself? Maybe you're inspired to have a baby. Maybe you were inspired to get a puppy, or go on a world tour and quit your job. I don't know. See, there's so many possible things, but you're going to create something for yourself in your life, and your inspiration is going to come by being outside and connecting with your soul, feeling that energetic connection with the earth, and it's going to kind of bring you back to who you were as a soul energetically. So that's why it's being outside is so important. There's that energy connecting with the earth and your soul and the divine. Those two things are going to come together this month to really help you learn about yourself and who you are and what you want to create for yourself. Okay. Let's see. There's a lot on the horizon for you, but it's kind of blurry right now. It seems very like translucent. It's not like a mirage almost. And I think, and I am getting the feeling it's because so many of you don't necessarily know what you want, or if you do know what you want, it may not necessarily align with who you are. And so there's a lot of questions surrounding what's going to be the best life for you. That's what's really coming up for you. So connecting with you, connecting with your roots energetically, historically, whatever. There's so much for you that's riding on a purity in your soul. Well, your soul is pure, but a purity between your soul and your human self. Okay, your ego, your current brain, the brain that you've developed, your knowledge that you've developed from this life. They need to align, and that's where I'm talking about purity, in that there is a match between what's in your soul and what you want for yourself in this life. Okay, and at the time being, it's off. It's not quite aligned. And so the things that you're creating for yourself, or you have created for yourself, don't necessarily align. And getting out in nature helps you disconnect from the distractions, the limiting beliefs that you might have, the fears, and it allows you to really get deep within your soul. And those words. Okay, sorry, that was a bird hitting the window. Thankfully, it flew away and it's still alive. But it helps you really connect with who you are, and feel that you are where you need to be, doing what you want to do, and are creating that joyous life for yourself. Okay, let's see. I think it is time to jump over to my deck. Rainbow. This is a sweet card. Rainbow reminds us that after every storm, the sun comes out and we see a rainbow. Okay, I shouldn't say every storm, most storms. So after times of trouble, after times of heartache and pain, there is always going to be a time of peace, a time of joy, a time of healing, and that's how our life cycles go. You know, we have times of trouble, then times of peace, and you have some things coming up. Maybe you've had some trouble recently. Maybe you'll have some trouble this month with something coming up, and you'll need that outside time to kind of break your connection, break your energy from focusing on maybe the situation, the troubling situation, and get out in nature. But it's just a reminder that peace is coming, or you are starting a new cycle of peace, okay, and fighting this. So this peace is either finally here for you after a time of trouble, or peace is on the way and you might have a little bit more trouble this month. Either way, but it's here, and it's necessary, and really letting yourself be at peace is what you're going to find by being outdoors, spending time outdoors, and being in nature this month. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too repetitive. I'm sorry, my been thinking. I just keep thinking about the bird. I'm so worried about birds when they fly into my window. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love. I hope you have a beautiful month, and I will see you back here in May.